Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Average, and today we are doing a new series, and this one is going to be a Python tutorial series. This will be an introduction for beginners. If you want to learn how to start writing Python code, getting familiarized with it, and this series will take you from knowing very little to hopefully knowing quite a bit about Python, and then we'll try and take it even further and start creating our own applications with Python. But right now, for the first little bit of this series, we are going to be covering the basics of Python and getting a grip on how to use it. So first things first, we are going to install Python. So I'm going to be using Windows 11 for this video. Windows 10 will work just fine. You can also do this on Mac OS or Linux as well. The steps will be a bit different for those. However, it will be very, very similar. So let's head to python.org. I'll leave a link in the description below. We're going to be downloading the latest non-pre-release build. So as you can see up here, 3.14 is pre-release. By the time you are seeing this video, it could be out. I'm not sure. But for the sake of today's video, we're going to be downloading Python 3.13.2. So let's just click download right here. We are going to scroll down and we're going to find the installer for our respective system. So we're going to go with the Windows installer 64-bit. Chances are you have a 64-bit system, so we are just going to click on that. And as you can see, we get a download for Python and we're going to open it up. And now we have an installer for installing Python 3.13.2. Now we are going to choose the default install location, and we're also going to be going down here to add python.exe to path. After that, let's click install now and press yes when it asks us if we allow Python to make changes to our device. Okay, now after about a minute, it has completed and setup is successful. So let's press close, and now we have Python installed. So let's create our very first program in Python. So what we're going to do is actually open up File Explorer, and we're going to head to our documents. And in here, I'm going to create just a new folder called Python tutorials, and we're going to go inside and I'm going to create a new folder for this part, which is part 1. Now this is where we are going to be working today, and we're going to create a very simple program that just outputs hello world. This is a very basic program that every programmer does when they are first learning a language. I recommend using Visual Studio Code. It's free, very light and easy to install, so we can just click download for Windows. After that, run the installer. And eventually, once you are finished that, you can right click here and press open with code. You can use any text editor you like. It really does not matter, but you should get a window that looks like this. Now we can go up here and click new file, and we're going to call this main.py. The reason we're calling it main is because this is going to be the main entry point for our program. This is where everything will start. Okay, so now we have a blank file. By default, it won't do anything, obviously. We can go up here to terminal and press new terminal. Now you might be wondering, how do we run our program? Well, we can say py main.py and it'll run, but nothing will happen because we don't have any code. So let's get our program to output hello world. So what this does is a print function which will put whatever text you put inside of here into the console. So when we run py main.py, as you can see, we get hello world. Now an alternative way for running our program is going up here and we can say run Python file, and it'll run it for us like so. In VS Code, you might want to download a Python extension, such as the Python language support is probably a good idea, along with maybe the Python debugger, whatever you choose. And that's pretty much the end of today's video. This was just a very simple video on how to get Python set up and how to run a program. In the next video, we will be covering different data types and variables. Stay tuned.